Woman goes viral for saying that men are no longer persuasive with women. They ask you to go out on a date, you say no, and that's it.
Introduce. I'm like, hey, how are you? It was a real nice introduction, and then that was it.
They are silencing a man, and a man will start to be quiet because he is creating his exit plan.
Men don't speak no more because women have nasty ass attitudes, and they hate rejection. You feel what I'm saying? That's why men don't speak no more.
Black men are just really not it. Unless the black man like grew up with money, middle class or above, like they're just not it. I'm so sorry.
I'm good.
I get your name?
No, I don't have a name.
I feel like a lot of black girls don't like saying this out loud, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Like, black men are just really not it. Unless the black man like grew up with money, middle class or above, like they're just not it. I'm so sorry. First of all, black men are like highly undereducated compared to black women in this country. Secondly, they have some sort of self-hatred thing going on that I literally have like no time to figure out. And thirdly, I don't know, like the first guy, I just get treated so much better by like Asian and white men. Black men, like, unless they have money, the only bad experiences I've had with black men are the ones who don't have any money. I don't know, this has just been my personal experience in life. We do have to like remember that everyone's experience in life.
See, this new culture is ruining dating, right? Let me tell you what's happening. What she's getting from black men, number one, when she said black men are undereducated, I got something to say about that, but I'll get into that later. But what she's saying about other men, or because what they want a man doing this. That's what dating is to them. This. Other men do this. Black booty worship. That's what they're getting, right? They want men to do that, but no, black men aren't doing that. They want black men to play the simp. It's sickening.
It's gonna be different, but me personally, girl, I don't know. Like, okay, so I was talking to a guy and I told him, he like asked me what my most memorable date was, and I told him like, oh, like the most memorable date I've been on was when the guy called me a Uber there. He showed up with a bouquet of roses, and he had a purse for me, and then he Ubered me back home after the date. If I were to tell like a black man that, who like, I don't know, came from like poverty, he would have been like, or like, I don't know, yeah, just came from whatever. He would have been like, he did all that for you? What? Why would someone do like the way I just know the way a black man would have responded would have been like so sassy, and like, because I guess they never saw anyone do that for their mothers. I don't know, like I don't know what the issue is. I don't know, but that would have been the response. Versus like when I told that to a white man, his response was, that's classy. You know what I mean? Because it is classy. And I know this is a lot of other black women's reality too. Like, we see how black women are like in large numbers not marrying black men anymore. They're marrying Indian men, they're marrying Hispanic men, they're marrying Asian men, and they're
guys, you saw the comments, and they're just stupid, spelling every word in a dictionary wrong. Like OMG. All of them. They just have such disgust for a man and wonder why the silent resignation is happening. It's happening. It's normal for men. Why would we care? And it's being screamed to the mountaintops. I'm tired of hearing you ladies saying, oh, I wish things would go back the same.
Those days are over.
I think I know too. You go. I know. You go ahead. I already know why. No, for real. I think I know why. Go ahead. Why? Because I heard it plenty of times. Okay. Men don't speak no more because women have nasty ass attitudes, and they hate rejection. You feel what I'm saying? That's why men don't speak no more. Real talk, they don't speak. So now they feel like we have to speak to them. That what real talk. They feel like, yeah.
Look what men said. We respected y'all asking us to leave y'all alone.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
She makes eye contact, I still don't speak. If she's looking at me, Why won't men speak if she's making eye contact? Because she got something in her eye. You know how many men have heard that? Oh, no, I was blinking funny. And she'll be looking at him like this too. Just staring at her. Like she want him like, oh no, I just look at that like that. I just look at people like that. And why do they do that? Because they want a slick comeback. Back in the day, I was the king of the slick comebacks. But that's done. I'm 45 years old. That was the wonder days when you're running through the city and you can do that. Be the king of the slick comeback. Nowadays, you don't know if you're treading on thin ice. Take a look at his comments. It's not even a fear of being rejected. It's just not wanting to be disrespected when just being respectful. And the girl is saying, I heard that. It might be you seem to understand a little more than the other ladies that made the video. It's not about rejection, more so the attitude. I thought they wanted us to stop approaching them. We respected their wishes. And why do men? I know it comes across like a broken record. Why is that? This why.
I'm good.
I get your name?
No, I don't have a name.
You got no name?
No.
That's very rude.
What drink you gonna get? You're rude for coming up to me talking.
Me, I approach you like a gentleman.
See, my man, you're right. You are so right. But coming back, bro, coming back, you deserve 1,000 lashes. Seriously. You lost your today card. Not even your man card, because you're being the man. You lost your modern day silent resignation manhood card. Seriously. And why do I say that? Because why did you come back like, I'm ready to fight? And you came back aggressive. If you was coming back slick, that would have been something different. And then she rejected you again, walk off. And still, men are not even doing that.
Woman goes viral for saying that men are no longer persuasive with women. They ask you to go out on a date, you say no, and that's it. As I remember, you guys had said no means no, correct? And this is what I mean, that us men are tired of the childish games that y'all play. And I'm upside down for a reason. Because some of y'all live in fairy tale land and think that we read minds and we're supposed to persuade you to do something. No, you're an adult. I'm an adult. If you say no, that is fucking it. I'm going to the next one. And what's the crazy part about it? It's like, all right, say you say no, right? I go and ask her friend. She says yes because she's an adult, right? And has some damn common sense. You get mad because I didn't want to go on a date with you because you said no. And then talking about, that's it. The expect me to do? Chase you to the ends of the earth and beg you and crawl on my knees to get you on a date? You're not that special. It's 2026. We have to stop these games. We are all tired of it.
As this man said, it's 2026. Men are tired of the games. So you know what's going on? Men don't care. Understand that, ladies. I know you see the videos out there. You have to. I know I said it today when I had a consultation, and I said it to any guy out there, right? Because they say, oh, men are not going to school. You see, they're calling us foolish, right? I say this. If you want to learn how to make some extra money, or you want to make money to be able to have a fruitful amount, right? I teach what I teach. And what I teach is how to work online, also how to hire others to work for you, where they work for a small amount of dollars and you turn around and make thousands. And I literally showed a guy today, right? He thought I was just gonna say something simple. He didn't realize until, and he cut me off. I said, "No, don't cut me off. I gotta finish. You gotta let me finish what I'm saying." Then when I finish, he said, "Wow, I can't believe you're doing this." And what blew his mind, he said, "I paid you $100 some odd dollars, and you should pretty much show me how to make thousands or 100,000 if I'm smart." That's what I'm showing guys, because guys need that. Because you see how they're talking about us in comment sections. And I say this also: if a female needed the help, I would help her. Why? Because I'm not about tit for tat. You understand? Tit for tat. Like, for instance, when I make these reaction videos, the only reason I react to the videos is because they're out there in the public. If these videos weren't here, I would have nothing to react to. I've helped females out before. I'm not one to go, "Oh, so you doing this? You talk about black men?" No, I'm not a child. I'm 45 years old. Be for real.
One, that they done broke down a man when a man stops arguing with them and goes with the flow. And baby, that is probably the worst sign of it all. When he used to tell you what bothers him and now he just says that is fine. He used to argue his point with you and now you just get a okay. He used to ask you to change certain things and now he just lets you do what you want. After he's been fighting for the relationship and saying the same thing 10 times in 10 different ways, and he realizes that talking is not working, once he believes that the relationship is not going to change, he stops trying to change it. The one thing a man is going to do, he is going to protect his peace, and that's where women miss it. They think that they have won because they are silencing a man, and a man will start to be quiet because he is creating his exit plan. First, he's going to start thinking about it, and then he is going to start to execute it, because women will continue to pile things on as a man gets quieter, and they don't even realize that they pushing him right out the door. Sometimes his silence isn't surrendering, it's acceptance that the relationship is going to be exactly what it's going to be.
Yep. And you got to do that. Move in silence. Seriously. That's why I said something about the man saying, "Oh, I talk to you like a gentleman." Like, huh? Like, what? Seriously, I had to snatch his Men Nowadays card, because he definitely is a man. But men nowadays are not doing that. Revolt.
Tell me if this makes sense to you. There's this guy that goes to my church and this lady that I know, and she introduced me to the guy maybe like this past summer, so like some months ago, right? Introduced, I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" You know, it was a real nice introduction, and then that was it. Apparently he's interested, so talk to me. Like, so on Sunday she saw me, I hugged her, you know, "Hey, how you doing?" She was like, "Let me introduce you to this young man." I said, "Ma'am, you've already introduced me to him before." And she was like, "I have?" I said, "Yeah." She was like, "Well, he's a great young man, and I feel like y'all two, you know, it would be nice if y'all two, you know, like spend some time together." I said, "He doesn't say nothing to me, so I don't say nothing to him." And she was like, "Well, he said that you said you won't be looking his way." Let me repeat myself. He don't say nothing to me, so I don't say nothing to him. I don't pursue. I don't chase. I don't insert myself. I don't do none of that. Now, mind you, this man works on the parking lot ministry, right? Or the ministry that's outside telling you where to park and stuff. Sweetie pie, you trying to talk to me? Tell me you'll park my car. Save me a parking spot close to the door. Okay? Tell me you'll drive me up to the front, or you'll meet me up at the front, and then you'll go park my car for me. That's how you talk to a woman. I don't know what be possessing y'all to think that we as the women gotta do the pursuing, the chasing, and all of that. Baby, I accept what's given to me. I reciprocate. But to reciprocate something, it has to be given to you first. No. No, no. Over are the days of me putting myself out there. Over are the days of me inserting myself. Over are the days of me looking dumb, desperate, and dusty. Over are those days. Like, that was never my style. Why would I start now? I don't care how good of a young man he is. If he's a young man who is deaf, mute, and dumb, then I don't want to talk to him. Like, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it, y'all. I'm so over these men. It's sassy. You a grown tail man. And you can't open up your mouth and say hello to somebody and your excuse is, oh, she don't look my way. Make me look your way. Give me something to look at. Like, that's why I be quiet, because if you can't even speak to me in the parking lot, you sure can't handle me in this mouth. Make it make sense. If you gonna do anything.
You guys heard what was said, especially at the end. I'm sure, how are you going to handle me in this mouth? I need a man to handle me in this mouth. And I don't think he can handle this butt either. God. What's coming next? Like, what's coming next out of her mouth? Seriously, you already know what's coming next. You don't have to guess. You don't have to say a word. You know what's coming. And you ladies wonder why men assume things nowadays. Because we hear what you say, and then it's like, do I even want to bother? And I'll tell you this, right? Because I'll tell you why men don't chase. Because ladies, they always, yes, I repeat, and this happens in America, Africa, it happens in Asia, everywhere. They kind of go get the men they want. Facts.
Man that you see that you really like, you know that my advice is bad advice and bad advice only, so good girls scroll pass by. That man that you like, let's say he's taking, he has a girlfriend or he's engaged, whatever, is she the only one entitled to love? What about you? Let me teach you guys how to snatch a man ethically ish, because it's not really snatching if it comes to you by himself, right? This one is not for the weak. This is for strategic babes. So please, good girls and pick me, scroll past. Step 1, you will need to position yourself like a silent threat. You don't just enter and then you just start competing immediately. No, calm down. This is not an Olympic. You observe very well and then you position yourself. Be very friendly but not flirty yet. Compliment him with words like, you're actually a really cool guy. Your girl must be really...
Now, how many videos have you seen like that before? You ladies are telling on yourselves. You put this on social media. You even show it. It's shown live in action of ladies doing it. Understand, social media has ruined you. You know, when men tell you things, they don't tell you everything. You want to know everything while men are doing what they're doing? Look at YouTube, right? Look at a long, drawn-out video like mine and go, I see what the problem is. Seriously, you're going to hit a problem. You're going to say, oh, I know now. I think I fully understand why men decided to do what they're doing. I fully understand it. I get it now.
Are young Black couples not getting married? Specifically, why are young Black men not asking?
The modern man there's a lot less incentive on getting married nowadays. Many would argue that in the modern society, the man stands more to lose, because you understand, and this is a philosophy that I wrote when I was in high school. Men look at women as investments. So a woman, a real man, like a real elite.
I'm going to pause it right there because they felt like they wanted to play Alicia Keys more than let him speak. But he said enough when he said, men look at females like an investment. Let me tell you how I selected this lady right here, right? We were talking. Number one, I was caught up at first. I don't know what I was thinking, right? I was thinking, like, I don't want a girl that at first. I don't want a girl that looks desperate. Yeah, I was caught up in modern womanhood. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Sad, but I found her 13, 14 years ago. That's why I was thinking like this. I'm in the West at the time. So I'm thinking like that, right? And then to make a long story short, she wasn't. She really wanted me. She showed me that. And then also, why I selected her is we had a lot of common. What do I mean? Not just a lot in common. I saw that she could help me build my future. Yeah. I saw that she brought something to the table. That's why men nowadays ask, what do you bring to the table? And when you say I am the table, disqualified. Now, you ask, what did she bring to the table, Jay? I did sales before. She did sales before. I wanted to hire other people to work for me. I wanted to hire people from here. And I say it all the time in my consultations. Definitely book a consultation. You'll see it in the comments, right? You'll see my link in the comments. And I say this all the time. She spoke the language of Mother Russia. And what's Mother Russia? Not Russia, the Philippines. And that's exactly what I needed to do business and who I need to do it with. And that's how I do what I do. Link in the comments.
Think that you have access to that these women didn't?
I think people see more of other people's lives and it makes them want more. And I don't know, and sometimes I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I think that when you get on social media, you see the way other people are living, so then it makes you not happy with your situation. And I think it makes everybody think that they can get the same thing that somebody else
But
got.
not only that, I feel like people are
And
also...
I think women back in the day didn't have that type of situation going on, because you ain't know what Shorty down the street was doing. You ain't know what she had.
And they're
going on.
also
Probably knew
seeing
more.
that... They're also seeing that...
Because you actually talked to these people and you actually knew who they were.
Okay, you from Mississippi.
Right.
A woman in Mississippi back in 1970 didn't know what the in Texas had going on.
Right.
Yes, she did.
But what I'm saying is that now, not only that...
They used to drive and this shit, you had to go over there.
Well, they're seeing it now, and women have access. So they're seeing, oh, you going through the shame I'm going through, and we both unhappy. So a lot of women are opting to be single and by themselves too. That's what's happening, because they're seeing it ain't just me. We all going through the same.
But that's what I'm trying. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Do you understand that whether they're choosing to be single or not, the game goes on? Who gives a fuck if you? Who cares? You cannot win in a game that you're not playing. So when you do decide, oh, well, I'm tired of sitting out. I'm gonna go out here and try this shit. Now the game has moved on and nobody gives a fuck. Oh, I haven't been with nobody in a year. Well, that's fine. That's cool to you, but ain't nobody you expired. Remove yourself. Continue to remove yourself. Because there are way more women out here that are still active.
That are still willing
Right.
to...
You got mad and you quit. So what? So when somebody get the person you want, don't say shit.
Are you a quitter, Dre?
And you know why ladies don't realize how they expire? Tick tock. Tick tock.
Leftover women.
Tick tock. You ladies hit your 30s, and don't realize you're no longer worthy. That's what happens. What do they call it in China? 上年.
Over 27, unmarried, female. What do you call this lady? In China, if women who remain unmarried in their late 20s and 30s, we call them 剩女, which means leftover women.
They need to start saying 剩女 in America. I know I should say it all the time in videos. I say it sometimes. I play the lady, but I'm gonna say it right now. 剩女.
I don't find the quarter zip shit funny because I also didn't find it funny a couple years ago when all those black men put on suits and then stood around in suits. I don't understand what men in general, but especially black men's obsession is with defining themselves by their clothing and not really actively doing any. It's not deeper than just like, well, we can put on suits. I can also put on a suit. What is the point that you're trying to make here? Like, it's like costume. Like, let's dress up as the social idea of success or productivity or decent, productive human being. I don't know. I don't even understand what y'all are trying to communicate to us. Y'all are constantly like essentially dressing up as white men. Like, that's kind of the underlying idea. Suits, quarter zips, like associating yourself with this like stereotypically white style. Hello? Do y'all not see how that's one?
So it's white to be a gentleman, right? Just like they say to black people, they're white when they speak proper. We already know this though. It's sad, but
and offensive to you as a black person upholds white supremacy, but is also reductive of your like humanness. I don't know. It's like everything all the time with them. Nothing latches.
She just said psh. She was talking about herself and said all the time with them. All the time with you.
Anti-black, and just for the purpose of this video, I got on the quarter zip. Now I'm gonna tell you what's anti-black. When you go around and you unalive somebody who look just like you take the life of somebody that look just like you. All right, you go and you rob and steal and scam from people that look just like you. That's extremely anti-black. See, nothing that actually hurts the community seems to be anti-black. But anything that is part of trying to improve it always seems to be anti-black. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy that anytime there's a movement where somebody is trying to actually push the community into a positive direction, all of a sudden it's so anti-black. And then it becomes you trying to impress other races of people. Let me break something down for you. While you be doing all of the history of research and looking back on your ancestors, look up how your ancestors dressed. Look how they carried themselves, right? What y'all do right now is absolute trash in comparison to what they did back in the day. We were proud people. We were classy people. We were stylish, well put together people. We was putting that on when we stepped out. All of this degeneracy, pants sagging, booty cheeks hanging out your shorts, all of that ain't our people. That ain't our culture. Don't ever put that on us as a collective, right? That's what you hoodlums do. But that ain't got nothing to do with us black people. Us actual normal black people have always been well put together and groomed well. We took pride in looking good, right? And this whole idea that y'all think that other races of people are so stupid and so dumb that they don't know the difference between some thug with a ski mask and his pants sagging with tattoos all over his face, that they don't know the difference between him and just a regular black man? You stupid or you dumb? You think they don't know the difference between a regular black woman and a woman with a bonnet and some pajama pants on who got her phone on speakerphone yelling? You think that nobody knows the difference between those two sets of black people? You're an idiot. We don't all get treated the same because people know who's who. It is time for separation, and I love the quarter zip movement because maybe this is part of the separation that's needed. Maybe this quarter zip movement is going to help move us into a direction of separation the way other races do. Because no other race includes their trash in the forefront of their movements. It's time that we start pedestalizing our best representation. Most black people are just regular productive members of society, and it's unfortunate that those people get overshadowed by the worst of the worst in our community. and that we have to live in the shadows of stereotypes because the rest of them just can't get it together. It's time to separate.
It sure is. And you heard what she said. No, the lady before I'm talking about, not her. She cleaned her up, right? I don't really have to say anything, but it's sad. And you know what I'm very proud of as a brother from New York? I'm very proud. Like, I'm like an elder statesman now. Seriously. They call me OG. I accept it because I am that. I feel like I'm an OG that looks good. Like, I do what I do, right? But I was proud when I saw this. I gotta show you guys this. 1 second, I gotta share my screen. I was ecstatic actually, because I saw a video as well. Then I still didn't know. I kind of saw people from where I'm from doing it, right? Then I did my research. The viral quarter zip movement started in New York, specifically originating from a TikTok video posted by creators Jason Gyamfi and Richard Miner in the Bronx. Origins of the trend: the Bronx, New York City, New York, in November of 2025. I was excited. I said, young brothers are doing what they should. And that's exactly why I teach what I teach. I teach guys how to do what they need to do to get ahead. But yeah, man, it's sad because a lot of people are lost. And I'm happy that I saw what I saw at a very young age. I've been doing what I've been doing now for what? 17 years. I've been this way for 20 years. If anybody knows me back in the days, I've been getting it since then. But yeah, y'all, other than that, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Peace out. See you next video.